Welcome back to Let's Play the Capo 2. So it's a new year. Well, it was New Year's Day yesterday, but whatever. And it's weird. Last year ended on a positive note with the whole montage thing, which turned out quite nicely. And then I got to sleep 6 in the morning. On New Year's Day, wake up in the afternoon, vivid nightmare, sleep paralysis all over again. Just like, wow, that's a splendid way to start the year, isn't it? A big bollocks to that, I suppose. I could feel that way just because it was New Year's. I must be a lucky guy. It's kind of fitting, really, that we're, you know, at the same around the same sort of timeline in the game as well. Well, visual novel, whatever. Except we're a day further than the visual novel this time. My first yawn of the year. Always important. Suganami knows we're still sleeping. It didn't look like they'd wake up soon. Mess in the room reminded me of the party last night, but I intentionally ignored it. I was still sleepy, but I'd slept for more than 5 hours, so I didn't need to sleep anymore. For more than 5 hours? Isn't it weird? It's like, oh, you gotta get 8 hours sleep, that's the average, but a lot of people don't. I don't even know how much sleep I get half the time. Sometimes I wake up and just did I even sleep at all? Because sometimes you feel that you're lying in bed trying to sleep for so long that you kind of think, did I get to sleep in the end, or was I just lying there trying to sleep the whole time? Would somebody be in the dining hall? Or maybe I should take a morning bath instead. I'd pondered it for a while. This time we'll take a morning bath. Why don't I take a morning bath? I yelled up what I needed and headed for the bath. You know, it's kind of random that he, said it out loud there. It feels so luxurious taking in a morning bath. Maybe I was just trying to get the most out of the onsen experience while I was there. Anyhow, I should enjoy it. I quickly got undressed. Then I took off the necklace Sakura-san gave me. Hey, you're not supposed to do that. Or not. She said I shouldn't take this off even when I took a bath. I should follow her instructions. It felt cold even inside after I took my clothes off. I realized one thing right before I went into the bathroom. Let me guess. Yeah, I should lock the door from the inside. No, not that. I locked the door and went in. It was warm inside with steam rising off the bath. Yep, knew it. It was pretty obvious, really, with the two different choices. Eh? Did I just hear somebody's voice? It was a woman's voice. Could it be another guest or one of the staff? I knew they had mixed bathing, but I was still surprised. Is somebody there? I looked away from the tub as I asked.
Yoshiki.
She called my name, so she should be somebody I knew. It's pretty obvious, even though her tone of voice sounds a bit different. It might be the worst scenario I could think of. I couldn't help turning towards the tub. Anzu! I looked away again. I hadn't recognized her voice because her cry sounded so cute. Yeah, it did sound a bit different from her usual tone, didn't it? Sorry, I wasn't expecting anybody to be here. Sorry. Well, we totally were, because it was pretty obvious. Other choice, Abakaze. This choice, Anzu's obviously gonna run into either of the two with these choices. Happy New Year. What am I saying? I'm going to leave. I don't think I need a bath anymore. I rushed to the changing room. Hmm? Monopolize it. But even if you say so.
堂々としてればいいのよ。なるべくこっちは見ないでほしいけど。
I heard it was good manners to avoid staring at guests of the opposite sex when engaging in mixed bathing. I knew that was the way it should be, but when it was a friend of mine who was with me in this situation, I couldn't figure out what to do. Alright then, I'll join you. Part of me wanted to run away, but another part of me wanted to enjoy a refreshing morning bath with her. It would have been better if she wasn't naked. Now I should think I was lucky that she was. Which is it? I'm so torn. I tried my best not to look at Anzu and washed my body before soaking in the bath. I'll have to adjust the camera angle, although there's not really much to see. She's a bit, you know, flat. And it's like her hair is covering what she has of them anyway, boob-wise, but still think I'll have the camera angle a bit upwards. I don't know. YouTube can be a bit like, I don't know, just like, hey! No, I don't know. We sat back to back to each other. It was a shame that I couldn't see her naked body, but it was also a relief. Phew, this is great. I think it's just like, this seems like it was pretty obvious they were just gonna sit back to back, but at the same time I'm just like, literally, I thought they'd have a bit of distance. Yeah, morning bath is the best. Wait, I also just realized that if I am to have the camera angle adjusted, even though it's probably unnecessary since there's nothing to really see, it's just like Anzu be like, are you implying that I have no boobs? Yes. Well, we can't all be a Kane. I don't know. But with that, I'll have to read her lines as well, just to point out what she said. If it sure is, actually, I was just thinking that I wanted to share this feeling with somebody. But I didn't expect it to be with you. I didn't expect to see you here either. Well, we totally did, because it was the opposite choice of the Amikaze. Didn't you see my clothes in the basket? I don't look at other people's baskets. Anyway, you could have locked the door. Are they coming? Oh wait, I didn't read that one. I think she said Coco and Akane, I think, are coming as well. What would happen if they did, or were planning to anyway? This bath would be your harem. I became rather stiff, but I realized it wouldn't happen. They won't come. Because I locked the door from inside. That would mean that I was now alone with Anzu in this room. I'm getting nervous. Just relax. Even though she said that, images of her naked body flashed back in my head, so I couldn't stay calm inside. By the way, how are you? I mean, didn't you get tired or sore? Yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but I'm alright because I stretched first, but Manatsu said she was a bit sore though. That's natural, she said this was her first time skiing. Looks like it. But Amikaze is a robot, it was strange that she got sore. How about yourself? I'm fine too, I guess. It's just skiing. It's nothing. That's a shame. I thought I'd give you a massage if you were feeling stiff. I'll pass. If she massaged the area that was getting stiff, oh god. And it would only get even stiffer. I concentrated and tried not to be stiff. That's a weird thing. Just like, Concentrate and try not to be stiff. Go away, my earthly desires. Phew. I unleashed my hidden ability. What did you get? Well, your ability to make candy out of nothing?
楽しんでる
Eh?
旅行
Or do you have another special ability? Wait, I forgot I'm supposed to be reading her lines as well. It's a bit confusing. But like I said, there's literally nothing to see. As flat as a board. No nipples shown because the hair's in the way, so that's out the window as well with that, because you know how YouTube is, just like, no boobs, no nipples. Male nipples are okay, but female, no, censor that. But she said on this trip. Yeah.
そうならよかった
I see, that's good. I'm glad that I came. Thanks for inviting me, even if it was by force. That was just a heh. I think that one was pretty obvious. Then I realized that her back was touching mine. You only just realized? I felt her heartbeat through my back. She must have been able to feel my heartbeat as well. Thump, thump, thump-a-thump. Our heartbeats told us of each other's nervousness. But it wasn't a bad kind of nervousness. I found out that I could find peace in nervousness. We leaned on each other's backs in silence for a while.
ねえよしゆき
Hey, Yoshiyuki, she says. What?
やっぱりなんでもない私先出るね
It's nothing. I'm getting out now.
鍵
Okay.
は開けるけどココたちには入れ違いでよしゆきが入ったって言っておく
I'll unlock the door and I'll tell Coco and Akane that you came in when I was about to leave. That'd be great.
じゃあ朝ごはん遅れないようにね
Okay, don't be late for breakfast. Okay. Thank fuck for that. Now we don't have to freaking adjust the camera angle. But seriously though, it's like that one scene in Shuffle, remember when Narita was like covered up, but you could tell she was totally naked underneath the bed sheet. So like I adjusted the angle anyway just to be on the safe side, you know. But you know how YouTube can be. After Anzu left, I stayed floating in the water. Maybe I should have taken a better look at her. There wasn't much to see, Yoshiyuki. There was a board, pretty much. After breakfast, we all went and hit the slopes. What are we doing now? I wonder how she'd actually react if I said something like that. I'd just like, you know, flat is justice and all that. And stuff. Anzu looked up at the ski slope and thought for a minute.
最初はみんなでファミリーゲレンデを滑るのがいいんじゃない
The beginner's one? Alright.
滑走距離400メートル最大斜度17度平均斜度12度ウォーミングアップにはちょうどいいでしょう
It didn't look too exciting to me, but it should be good for Wataru and Coco.
そんな細かいことまで覚えてるのかアンズ先輩はすごいなまあね雪村流暗記術があればどんなことでも覚えていられるの
I just remembered a comment on, I forget which part it was, but like, something about like wanting a full-on corpse party on all characters but Anzu. Now I'm trying to picture, how would that happen in this, and that'd be a dark turn, wouldn't it? You know, funny thing is, the reason I bought a PSP was to play that game, but when I got the PSP, it didn't have an internet connection, and like, then I also got a PSP Vita, so it's like, yeah, I could get it on that, and to this day, I still haven't played that game. But I have watched an LP or two of said game, and it's some pretty messed up shit. It makes Higurashi kinda look a little tame in comparison. The only difference between those two is, well, there's quite a bit of a difference, but with Corpse Party it's just like, okay, here's 5 minutes of normal everyday life, and oh shit! Just like, it goes right to it. right after that, but Higurashi kind of builds up. It's like, oh, it's the normal visual novel, peaceful school days, and then suddenly, Asada! And then it just like, then it goes shit crazy off the rail, you know? But man, I can't really picture it in this scenario.
へえ、さすがはアンズ先輩。まるでロボットのような記憶力だな。みなつには全然真似できないぞ。
Amikaze looked excited. You are a robot.
ん？桜井、何か言ったか？
No, I didn't. Don't you have a good memory, Amikaze?
記憶系の勉強はあまり得意ではない。
Then what did she mean by the robot-like memory? I was baffled and Ansu murmured.
そうね。確かに私、ロボットみたいね。
Ansu.
ヨシユキはロボット属性ある？私にロボ萌えしてもいいよ。
Hey.
ロボットなら私と話が合うかもしれないな。私の気持ち分かってもらえるかも。
Is that why they ended up becoming friends? But, you know, if it does turn out a twist where she is a robot, just like, we've got two robots now, it's kind of, I mean, the whole, well, it wasn't really a plot twist because we knew that, you know, because it was a robot from the get-go. I mean, that was her introduction and all that, but to have another plot twist where, like, Anzu is a robot as well would be quite something. I certainly heard Anzu mumble that, but it totally would make sense with the memory, but who knows? Anzu.
なんでもない。忘れて。さ、新年最初のスキーを楽しみましょう。みなつ？あ、わかった。待っててくれ。
I told everybody to go to the beginner's slope, then we started pairing up and lining up at the lift. My god, that comment though about the corpse party thing, now I'm just like, my mind is going like full on Mobius, like, okay, if you do want like a kind of screwed up scenario where everyone but Anzu dies, skiing trip gone wrong, everybody dies on the mountain, cold, storm comes in, and everybody dies, and Anzu is the lone survivor, and then obviously they'd be like, you did something, didn't you, Anzu? Nope. Kind of default expressionless face, just like, and then the police are just like, one of these days, Anzu, we will find out what happened there, and we will have your ass in the cell. Now, I told everybody to go to the beginner's slope, then we started pairing up and lining up at the lift. That's a pretty random scenario. Alright, Amikaze, let's go.
へえ、桜井と乗るのか？
Why do you care? Here, come on.
はいはい。
It starts here. The lift stops working. Seriously, what the hell? That's whatever. How is it?
どうってなんだ？
How are you doing? But imagine it though, imagine a twist like that. It pretty much, it would make Higurashi seem tame, because there was like, with Higurashi, like, it starts awful, instant and normal and then gets screwed up. But in this case, I just can't really imagine it taking that dark turn, but there are quite a number of visual novels that do that, really, isn't it?
別に起きた時は体が痛かったけど、今はなんとか収まってきた。
That's impressive.
みなつは若いからな。
You made it sound like I'm an old man. So how old is she anyway? I mean, she's a robot, so when was she made? I'd estimate... I have no idea.
実際年寄りだろ？
Yeah, I estimate I have no idea. I shrugged my shoulders with a sigh. Are you enjoying this trip?
さあ、どうだろうな。このスキーってやつも みんな何が面白くてやってるんだかわからないし、人間の考えることはよくわからん。
Even though she answered bluntly, she looked like she was having fun somehow. Uh-huh, you're having fun, huh? That's awesome.
楽しいなんて言ってないぞ。みなつは貴様らの旅行にいやいや付き合ってやってるだけだ。
Oh, by the way, Manatsu, I forgot, this is the Nanzu scene. We're supposed to be skipping non-Anzu scenes and all. Even though we totally went through a scene that had nothing to do with Anzu quite a few times now. Robots have feelings. Maybe someday. Who knows?
どこにダメな子がいるって？
私たちのことじゃないよね。
Whoa, here you are, two goofballs.
ダメ言うな！俺たちはやればできる子だ！そうだろ、月島。
そうだよ。私たちはやればできる子だもん。ファミリーゲレンデなら朝飯前だもん。
朝飯はちゃんと食ったけどね。
If you try, huh? I noticed that they were covered with snow, even though we haven't skied a foot yet. Can you explain why you're covered with snow?
それはだな。
Well, it's 'cause we're on a snowy mountain and all.
二人で並んでリフトから降りようとしたら、ワタルくんのスキーが私のスキーに絡んできて。
絡んだのは月島の方だろ。
違うよ、ワタルくんの方だよ。
Anyhow, you couldn't get off the lift smoothly and fell.
はい。
Okay, I'll train you from beginners into novices. You can do it, but only if you try.
初心者と初級者って違うの？
Anyway, let's do it.
は
Bum 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 bum. The day is approaching to give it your best, and you've got to reach your prime. That's when you need. I kept coaching with Taro and Coco for a while. And before I knew it, it was already lunchtime. I can't really sing it in that tone, really, can I? No. I'd been teaching them for the whole morning.
どうだ？少しは上達したろ。
Yeah, a little bit. I expect them to improve, but they couldn't keep up, no matter how slowly I went.
ねえ、よしゆき、そろそろ休もうよ。
Coco whimpered at me. Actually, I felt the same. This is also another non-Anzu scene that I'm on screen anyway. What's up with that? Okay, let's have a break. The restaurant would be really crowded at lunchtime, so we'd have to wait in line. I wish that I could go at a different time, but it didn't seem like I'd get that luxury.
ひゃー、中見てみろよ。セルフサービス大行列だぜ。
席取れるかな？
おっしゃ、じゃあ俺が席を取っとくから、吉行と月島は注文してきてくれ。俺の分もよろしくね。
What do you mean? What do you want?
俺はハヤシライスとコーラ。
Got it all right to hold our seats for us.
任せろ。
Wataru clumsily removed his skis and wobbled into the restaurant. Okay, let's queue up then.
よしゆき、ありがとね。滑れない私たちのために時間を割いてくれて。本当はよしゆきだって思いっきり滑りたいんでしょ？
Yeah.
午後は思いっきり楽しんでおいでよ。午後はナナカや杉並くんたちに見てもらうからさ。
Sure.
よしゆきのおかげで結構滑れるようになったしね。
It didn't appear to me that they were even the slightest bit better, but I tried not to mention it.
じゃあお昼にしましょう。
Just like Wataru, Coco was clumsy when she took off her skis. In the meantime, I thought of what I'll do in the afternoon. Should I hit the advanced slopes in order to improve my skill? But maybe I should go warm up on the intermediate course, since I'd only been skiing on the beginners. Well, let's hit the intermediate slope. Alright, I should warm up on the intermediate slope first. That's what I'm going to do.
ほらほら、何ぼーっとしてるの？置いてっちゃうよ。
Oh, alright. I followed Coco into the restaurant. Yeah, after lunch, I left the restaurant and put my goggles on, then I stretched out. And went, yeah. Phew, even though I was only teaching, I'm tired. I had a rough time of things since Wataru and Coco weren't quick learners. I put my ski poles under my arms and twisted my waist a few times. I should leave them to Nanaka and Tsunami and enjoy skiing in the afternoon.
どう？調子は？
I turned around and saw Anzu there behind me. She was putting her skis on. Be honest with you, I'm pretty tired. I was taking care of Coco and Wataru.
じゃあ、午後は自分のためだけに滑ると？
That's what I'm thinking.
そっか。じゃあダメか。
What are you talking about?
午後は私が教わろうかなってちょっと思ったんだけど、悪いかな？
I don't mind.
いいの？
Yeah, as long as I can stay away from those little demons.
そう。なら、お願いしようかな。
Alright, let's do it then. I'm thinking of going to the intermediate slope. Would that be alright?
私も中級者コースに行ってみたいって思ってたんだ。
Oh. She seemed willing to rise to the challenge.
大丈夫かな？
You know the basics, so you'll be fine. It'll be more interesting than the beginner slope, you know?
本当？なら、連れてって。
Are they gonna get caught in a storm like the last time, only this time on a different slope and with a different character? Sure, come on. I got on the lift with Anzu.
結構上まで来たんじゃない？
Anzu looked around and got worried. There are some pretty good paths up here.
降りられなくならない？
It's not like the difficulty level goes up when the slope is higher on the mountain. There's a beginner slope and the rest halves up there too, and there's a gentle slope detour route to come down.
じゃあ、コースマップはご表記ってわけじゃなかったのね。
That's right. And the slightest of breezes can open my freaking bedroom door. Seriously, man. Anzu looked relieved and gazed around the scenery again.
いい景色。
The scenery is absolutely beautiful that we can't see. Yeah, it's been a while since I last left Tatsune Island, so I haven't seen any scenery like this for a while.
そうなの？
I've only seen this kind of scenery in pictures and movies, because I haven't actually gone skiing. Sakura-san doesn't want to leave the island lately. She said she used to live abroad, though. Can you imagine if you had a fear of heights going on that thing, though? You'd be like, oh shit! I'd imagine if it just suddenly abruptly stops. She's like, ah! What's going on? What's going on? It'd be like being on a freaking Ferris wheel and it just stops for no reason, and you can't really do anything about it except, like, just, what's going on? Just shout out to the people below and hope that they somehow hear you, or if they're already working on sorting it out or what.
じゃあ、目に焼き付けておかないとね。
You're right, it's rare for us to see winter without cherry blossoms.
それもそうね。
Anzu and I laughed. Ha 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 ha. That was good.
シュテムって今までやったことないから、なんだか変な感じ。
What does a stem Christie turn? It's still a bit clumsy, but you're pulling it off well. Anzu was easy to teach because she did as I taught. Did I feel this way because I taught Coco and Wataru, who gave me a hard time?
義行に褒められるのってなんか違和感。
Does it? I think you're a fast learner.
まあ一度教わったことは忘れないし。
Is that because of your memorization technique?
まあね。
Still, what is the memorization technique? Well, isn't it different when you try to memorize what's in a book versus what you physically learn?
そりゃ違うけど、どこでどう力
I see. She sounded like she wouldn't hesitate to test what she memorized. She seemed to be an enthusiast. I was a little bit impressed. Okay, let's get down to the bottom after we take a few more rounds. Just catch up with me. Then Anzu and I enjoyed the whole afternoon skiing. She learned quickly, so it was comfortable for me to teach her. Ah, that was fun. When I got back to the chalet, everybody else was already there. So they didn't get stuck on the mountain this time? Oh, you leaving already? Oh wait. No, it's looking familiar now. Yeah, it does look like a good time to head off. You don't want to? You certainly look like you were having fun. Uh-huh. Well, whatever. So she says. Aren't you coming? I see. I looked around, everybody else looked tired. I kind of want to have one more round too, actually. Is he going to lead to the same one? How come? I mean those black, grey clouds, not crowds. I mean, they're clearly giving us the middle finger. Anzu looked up at the sky. I followed suit. It'd be weird if, like, a cloud took on the shape of a demon face, just like, yeah, it doesn't look very friendly, guys. Really? Maybe she was right. The sun had already been covered by clouds, the well might get really bad. Suddenly, Tsugunami showed up from behind. Whoa, Tsugunami! He looked serious. You mean there's time until tonight, right? Well, maybe we should get back too. Suddenly it changes from blue font to white, so must be a different one then after all. You shouldn't underestimate the weather in the mountains. It might turn nasty even if it looks okay for now. It doesn't sound convincing when you say that. That wasn't a compliment. I told the others that we wouldn't ski anymore. Okay, come on, Amikaze. She's like, yeah, there's nothing interesting gonna happen now. We piled onto the bus back to the inn.